Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, thank you very much for clicking this video. And because today I will present about my research paper entitled with Financial Performance Analysis and Recommendation of PT Bluebird Tbk with the authors Muhammad Hisam Suraidinata and also its co-authors Dr. Engineer Asep Darmansyah, MSI. So it all starts when the transportation and logistics sector has been exponential compound annual growth rate with around 15.4% until 2020. However, in contrast with the development of the transportation and logistics sector, the conventional taxi companies in recent years have been suffered due to the emergencies of the ride-hailing companies. The COVID-19 pandemic also make it worse by restricting the mobility of the people, which makes PT Bluebird as one of the leading transportation companies in Indonesia, which have the main businesses in taxi services, have been suffered and decreased in sales. In only 5 years, the company had lost for about minus 54% its compound annual growth rate in their total earning sales, which makes the stakeholders of the company become really worried, as the financial performance really determine the sustainability of the company and also the people behind it. Based on these problems, the researcher proposed to examine further the financial performance analysis of the company within the past 5 years from 2017 to 2021 with two key questions. The first one is what is the financial performance of PT Bluebird Tbk? And the second one is what strategies can be recommended to improve the financial performance of the PT Bluebird Tbk. Before deeping dive to the studies, PT Bluebird Tbk is one of the leading transportation companies with two segments. So not only the company have a taxi segment, but also bus and car rental segment, which cover around 30% of the company's total annual sales in 2021. Second chapter, which is the literature review, will discuss about the transportation industry, especially the reason why the company faced a financial deterioration. According to Jiang and Zhang in 2018, it is mainly because the emergencies of the ride-hailing companies. It also supported by Mutiarin et al. In 2019 because the competitor gives more affordable and suitable services to the consumers. In other sides, the COVID-19 pandemic also greatly contributed to the financial deterioration based on the studies of the Elizabeth Mack in 2021. In this chapter, also we'll discuss about the financial performance, and according to the Merce and Davis in 96, the measurement of the company could be done through several indicators by assessing and should be taken in aggregate to make it more accurate. So based on that, the researcher proposed to using this conceptual framework in the figure above. As for the financial ratio, the researcher will be using the financial ratio in two types of reporting. The first one is aggregate financial statement, as it will be focusing on assessing the company's overview of the liquidity, activity, debt, and profitability by using the three approaches, which is time series analysis, cross-sectional, and combined analysis. And as for the segmented financial statement, it is mainly focused on the company's profitability of the segments of the company, which in this case, there is two segments that will be analyzed. And after the analyzing, we using the financial ratio, the researcher will be using the DuPont analysis to break it down the sales. And in the chapter 3, we'll be discuss about the methodology that will be used. And as for this study, it will be using the quantitative researches. The study will be using the number of figure of the financial statements, and will be analyzed using the descriptive analysis by previous analysis that have been mentioned before, which is the financial ratio analysis and also the DuPont analysis. And as for the data collection, the data will be fully collected by the secondary data, which is the financial statement of the company itself, which is the PT Bluebird, and also its competitor. And the researcher determine its competitor by using the four requirement and limitation. The first one is the company is publicly traded in the Indonesian Stock Exchange, and the second one is a public passenger road transportation companies. Is it the same industry? And the third one is have major segment in the taxi segment or a bus and car rental segment, which is in line with the company's business line. And the fourth one is audited financial report to make it more credible. And by using those requirements, there is four competitors that will be used. The first one is PT Express Transindo Utama. The second one is PT Batavia Prosperindo Trans. The third one is PT WH Transportasi Indonesia Tbk. And the last one is PT Ekasari Lorena Transport. And in the chapter 4, which is the data analysis, the researcher will shows you the result of the analysis. And the first one is the company could survive, especially in the uncertainty times in like COVID-19 pandemic, due to the ratio is high in the liquidity ratio. And as for the debt ratio, it is remains low. And as for the liquidity ratio, the company managed to maintain its high and above the average, especially in the year 2020 and 2021, which is when the COVID-19 pandemic hits. And because of that, the saying in high liquidity, which means that the company could pay its debt in time. However, as for the debt ratio, it is remain constant in the past 5 years, which shows that the company's risk profile is a bit low. That makes the company didn't want to take a risk even before the COVID-19 pandemic. And as for the activity ratio, the company is still above the average of the competitor, but has a downward trend and needs to improve the company's efficiency. And as you can see in the first figure, the average collection period is increasing from year to year, especially in the year 2020, where the pandemic COVID-19 is up. As you can see also, the average collection period in 2021 is more likely twice from the 2018, which shows that the company's inefficiency in managing its asset. And however, it could be also a strategy of the company to maintain its customers, so the customer could still be loyal. And as for the total asset turnover, it could be seen that the decreasing in the ratio from year to year, especially in 2020, where the COVID-19 pandemic hits, but it's become positive in 2021, where the company sell its asset to generate more revenue about it. As for the profitability aspects, the company is above the industry, but it needs to be more cost effective in managing its assets. As you can see on the comparison between the gross profit margin and also the operating profit margin in 2020 is become larger, which means that the company's operational cost is increasing, even though that the sales is decreased, and it needs to be more asset efficient. However, in the net profit margin in 2021 is become positive, even though the operating profit margin in at the same year is negative, which means that the company is tries to regain its profitability back by selling its asset, and will be affected the return on the asset and also the return on equity. And as for the comparison between two of the company's segment, it shows that the bus and car rental is superior than taxi segment in terms of profitability. because as you can see, for the operating profit margin to the direct cost of the two of the segments, it is well known that the direct cost of the taxi segment is higher. The percentage of the taxi segment is higher compared to the bus and car rental segment, which shows that it is more profitable for the bus and car rental segment. And this is the comparison both of the segment towards its top competitor, which shows that the taxi segment is superior compared its competitor. However, it is not still profitable as it mentioned before, but for the bus and car rental segment, it is still below the top competitor, which shows there is a needs of improve. There is an area that could be taken to be improved. And according to the DuPont analysis, the return on equity has a downward tendency in the last 4 years. And by breaking it down, in 2019, the most significant reason why the return on equity is decreased is mainly because the total asset turnover, which is also decreased. And after looking through about it, it is mainly because the increase of sales, because at the same year, the company managed to acquire one of the shuttle company in Indonesia that makes the increase of the ratio. And as for the 2020, it is also the same. Total asset turnover is also significantly decreased, and as the reason why is not because the increase of asset, but mainly because the decrease in sales because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's also mainly because of the taxi segment that have been previously mentioned. And as for in 2020, the company started to regain back their return on equity, a positive sign. However, it is not very significant because the financial leverage is still decreased. And here is the conclusion. And based on the analysis that have been explained before, there is two recommendation that researcher propose to increase the financial performance of the company. The first one is the increasing the debt ratio and also decreasing the liquidity ratio. As the COVID-19 cases start to decrease, it could be used to invest in the technological development and also invest more in the bus and car rental segment as it more profitable. And then the last one is continue to collaborate with ride-hailing companies. As for the second recommendation is to manage cost and revenue more efficiently, because the percentage of the COGS at the company is very high, for about 75%, which shows in comparison with which shows that the comparison with the competitor, it is still not very much about it. So that's all. Thank you very much for attending my presentation. See you.